What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 62. What up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, California Cal, and I'm your host. No, we got a hella serious episode here today because there's some shit going on that is just not okay. So we're going to have to address this as it comes because this can actually potentially save some lives here. This is really a big deal. Just for those of you guys who are new to the show, this is the show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
I exist and the show exists to help provide more context and perspectives to life because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives in life, the more we can try those on, the easier and doper life just is altogether. So let's fucking go, you guys. It's been a long motherfucking day. My pool has gotten canceled for another week and a day. So I'm fucking out traveling, making things happen, just going wherever I can to, do what I gotta do. So, jumping right into this, I was talking to, first of all, I just want to say, this is random as fuck, but flamingos are fucking dope ass animals and they're really fucking cool. And I've just been obsessed with them lately. It's just, I don't know. It's fucking awesome. Anyways, so I was talking to my homie Dan. Dan. What up, Dan? You motherfucker. Dan, I fucking love you, bro. You are one of my favorite people on this planet. You are one of the people that I love our relationship because we have the ability, I don't have this relationship with many people where we just talk shit to each other. But then also we're have mad love and respect for each other at the same time. For those of you guys, it's there's people where all their friendships are like this, and I couldn't live like that. But with my homie Dan, you motherfucker, I love our dynamic. And I have to say to all those, for those of you who don't know my friend Dan, he's a fucking amazing person. And I gotta say this, just to get this out of the way. First, my homie Dan, no, you're gonna listen to this. I'm gonna make you listen to this. Dan, you are one of the kindest people that I know. You care so much about people. I love it. At the core of you, yeah, you talk your shit, whatever, but you fucking love people, man. And you really help people, and you do what you can to go out of your way to make sure people are okay, people are safe, people are fed, make sure that everybody's included. I literally got goosebumps right now just thinking about it, man. Dan, who you are an amazing person. There's things that I've witnessed you do that you don't even know you did because it's just in your nature. And I'm just wow, man, Dan is good people. I got your fucking back no matter what, dude. Man, I don't even know if you, I'm sure you remember this, but fucking when we all met up in Vegas that one time and fucking Stan, rest in peace, Stan, our motherfucking brother. Stan, I forgot if he drank too much or he fucking did, I don't know what the fuck, but he was all jacked up. He drank way too much, way too early, and he was fucking puking and drooling on himself and all this shit, and it was I want to say he fucking puked on your Gucci sweater and all this shit. It was just bro, that was a $400 sweater, fuck. But, no, you stayed back. You're I'm not going out. I'm gonna fucking stay in. I'm gonna take care of him. I'm gonna make sure he's all right. You made sure he was on his left side. You made sure he had water nearby. You made sure he was good. And everybody just mindlessly went out and fucking partied. And I did too. So I just want to say thank you. I recognize you and I see that. And not just that, that was just a big thing that had always stuck with me about knowing you in our adulthood. And I'm just whoa, it just really reinforced that okay, I picked some good people in my life to be friends with, right? So Dan, you motherfucker, I love you, bro. I'm really proud of you. And the reason I'm talking about Dan is because Dan and I often don't agree on shit, but we don't have this thing where we don't like each other and we don't allow ourselves to be friends anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole mask thing. Dan's all pro mask, and I'm just like, man, fuck mask. And I'm like, Dan, what the fuck is the point of this? He's like, bro, this is America. I can do what the fuck I want. And I'm like, you know what? You're motherfucking right, bro. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't force this shit on people. And he has that same stance. Like, no, we can't be forcing people to do shit. You know what I'm saying? We've had all different talks and we ask each other questions. What's this? Why that? How come this? What about this? Look at this. And it's like, it's a really cool, healthy thing to have some. And it's not necessarily like we disagree about shit. It's just, we just have, I guess, like a different stance on certain things. And that's what I'm here to say is like the more people that we can have in our lives to provide different contexts and more perspectives, the doper life is. Because without Dan, I would be talking way more mad shit about this whole fucking last year, the pandemic, the masks, the vaccines, all that shit. And I feel in the same sense that I provide that for him too, because I know he was going hard like, yo, you got to get this shit. Da, da, da. And it's like, now that I get his perspective, I'm like, okay, I see why you would take this stance. And then it's like, if he gets my perspective, it's like, okay, he gets why I would take that stance. And we're like, you know what? That's cool. You're free to do whatever the fuck you want, homie, like any of us are. And that's kind of the thing in life that where this episode starts getting really more serious is like, dude, we need to be able to have friends with different opinions. We need to have friends with different viewpoints, friends with different perspectives and contexts and experiences in life. Because something that's true to one person's life isn't always going to be true to the next person's life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't, because I teach babies to save their lives in the water for a living, I'm like, dude, if you use floaties on your kid, you're teaching your kid how to drown. Now, that's absolutely true. I work with these, I've been doing this for like 13, like coming up on 14 years this year, I think, 13 or 14 years, excuse me. And I'm like, dude, these literally help you to show your kids the improper swim techniques and breathing patterns. These do a major injustice and disservice for your family and your child. Now, at the same time, there are plenty of families where their kids use floaties from fucking beginning to end. They learned to swim, they were safe, and everything turned out fine. Right? Like, I can acknowledge that. Now, the same way, it's like, I'm not a fucking nurse. I'm not a doctor. It's like, I'm not seeing the same things they're seeing. I just know what I can collect from what I have access to. Now, how we interpret data, that is what's interesting, is like, that always is kind of like, this day and age is subjective, which it shouldn't be, but it is. And this is where it's kind of like, all right, there's always two sides to every coin. You know what I mean? Well, sorry, there's always three sides to every coin. So it's like, let's say you're pro-mask. I'm not necessarily anti-mask. I'm just like, don't force this shit on me. And then there's the third side of the coin, the ridge. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the reality that we all get to base our side of the coin off of.
Damn, dude.
You know what I mean? So the way I see this is like, dude, a lot of my friends and family and pretty much everybody I fucking know came from other countries to come to the United States of America. My grandpa snuck onto a boat from China at 13 years old with 50 cents in his pocket, came to America, made a name for himself, led Elvis in the army, true story, fucking ended up buying like 8 different properties all throughout San Diego, was a head chef at crazy big restaurants. He personally gave the guy who created Carnival Cruise Lines his first $10,000 to buy his very first boat. And my grandpa's never taken a free cruise ever from it. It's just like, dude, that is the power of the land of opportunity. That's why he came here, so he can do things like that. You know what I'm saying? His theory was, I want to buy a house so when I die, every one of my kids has something. Like, dude, that's very noble. That's possible here in the United States of America. And in the United States of America, we are free to do what the fuck we want. That's the whole point of America. So it's okay to disagree with people. It's okay to have different viewpoints. It's okay to talk shit to each other. It's okay to do all this stuff. And at the same time, it's okay to still have respect. It's okay to still be a good motherfucking person. Like, if we come here and we fucking hate this country and we don't like this country, you're dishonoring your grandparents and your parents, yourself, whatever the fuck it took for the journey for your family to get here. Dude, like, almost none of us are really, like, from this land as far as our lineage. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are, but, like, dude, most of our family worked really fucking hard to get here. Now, why this is important is because this leads to the next thing, which is the really important part of this, is this. I'm going to have to tie this together because it's kind of a bit of a stretch from one point to the other. I'll connect this. But the reason I say all that is to get to the point of kids and suicide this day and age. And I see so many oh man. Let me rephrase it. I want to, this is like, I need to be very mindful of this because I'm not here to put any single person on blast, and this goes very personally too. So I have a lot of, let me say this. I know a lot of people who have kids who have tried to hurt themselves in recent time. I'm not talking one, I'm not talking two, I'm not talking three, I'm talking more than that. Like, this is it's devastating, absolutely fucking devastating. And as a parent, when your kid tries to hurt themselves, if they're hurt, if they're anything like that, it just fucking, it's like I would do anything in the fucking world to take that away. Now, everything that I have to say from here forward is not the truth. It's just my observation, and there are many more sides to this. I fully acknowledge that. This is just what came up for me in recent time here. And it has to do with, in America, the removal of people and children's identities. We've all, like, dude, stick with me here. This is fucking crazy, dude. There are powers at hand working hard, and it's affected in our school systems. It's affected in the advertising that we see. It's influenced through TV, movies, internet, memes, celebrities, especially. Celebrities are on some fuck shit, dude. Like, in general, like, it's insane the way that we've flipped to idolize celebrities in this bullshit that's not fucking real at all. And it's like, what I see is that society's been working to remove personal identity in the disguise of acceptance. I'll say that again. Society's been working to remove personal identity in the disguise of acceptance. Now, what the fuck does that mean? Well, it means that we have kids that they're being taught shit in schools like, are you a boy? Are you a girl? Are you like, make one up. Which one do you want to be? That's not okay. It's okay to grow up and be gay, to be trans, to be whatever the fuck you want. At the same time, it's not okay to push anything that has to do with your sexual identity onto children. Dude, it's like, yes, people are going to go through different phases and whatever. I'm not a motherfucking skater, like, identity for fucking ever. But let's say there was a surgery to fucking chop off one of my organs, and that made me a skater. And I had to be that for the rest of my fucking life because when I was fucking 13 years old, I was like, I'm a skater. Like, that, no. But that's what's happening, and it's on a much deeper thing. I'm a girl. You are a little boy. It's fine to feel like a girl. It's fine to be curious what it means to be a girl. It's fine to, like, be interested in what the fuck any of that has to mean. It's just part of curiosity. Like, fucking boys have wieners, girls have vaginas. And this is the thing, dude, is like, I see so many kids, they're so confused about the most basic thing in life, which is their own sexual identity. Am I a boy? Am I a girl? Am I gay? Am I straight? Am I trans? Am I bi? Am I all these fucking weird ass letters? Am I all this shit? And it's like, where the fuck do you fit in? So when it like, you see, like currently in America, people are being celebrated when they've accomplished nothing. Like the thing that drives me crazy about about one piece of the trans thing that drives me crazy, like I said, I got none, be trans, that's cool. I know trans people, that's fine. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't be celebrated because you're trans. There's nothing to celebrate about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, like I said, you can be that. That's totally cool. We can be friends. That's fine. My point is, though, is that when you see these, like, I don't even know what you call them, but there's been videos where it's like, there's all these trans people like strutting through fucking a church and they're all dressed up in drag and the whole thing, a drag show. That's what it's called. And they're having drag shows all over and they're even involving kids and having kids put money in fucking like thongs and all this weird shit, dude. The videos are on the internet. And they're selling, oh, this is the Queen of New York. Ooh! And they're like celebrating these people for what? All they're doing is wearing crazy ass clothes and walking in a line. You know what I'm saying? I could put on the fucking dopest clothes and walk down the line. Nobody's going to cheer for me. Why? Just because I happen to be a man who happens to be interested in women? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not to be celebrated. Okay, you're a man and you've accepted that you feel like a woman, so you live your life that way. What is there to celebrate? Like, good for you. I'm happy that you know that, but no more than you should be happy for me that I'm a man and I like women and I know that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. If you're gay, you found out you like dudes, you're a girl, you found out you like girls, you're like whatever your way you fucking cross the lines back and forth, whatever. There's nothing really to be, that's not talent. It's not skills. That's not doing anything. So what's happening is like people, it's just like celebrities are celebrated and then this category of sexuality is celebrated. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do? What did you create? How many lives did you save? How many people did you help? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? It's like, if you think about how unmotivating it is, where it's like, I either have to go and do some freaky weird shit, meaning I'm not talking shit on trans people. I'm talking about performing like sexually explicit shit in front of kids. That's what I'm talking about, the freaky weird shit. That's not okay. You know what I mean? So it's like, what is to be celebrated about that? I sit here and I look at this from my own life and I'm like, all right, if I were a kid and I didn't know my path or my purpose, and like, I'm just going to inject myself into this ratio just to see how it adds up. And it's like, okay, I teach babies how to save their lives for a living. Like at least 10 kids a year save their lives based off of the shit that I've taught them. And that's just who tells me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's out here fucking celebrating me. Where's my fucking parade? Where's people cheering for me walking down the fucking pool deck? Where's my crowd cheering for me when I fucking walk through the hallway? No, that's not how the fuck shit works. But fortunately, I know who I am enough to know that, look, this is what I do. The credit doesn't fucking matter. But when you're a young, impressionable kid and we're out and you see, oh wow, like how are these people, like celebrities are praised and doing crazy shit is praised. What about if you just do good shit behind the scenes when nobody's looking? What about the value of that? What about the power of that? You know what I'm saying? So this all rounds back around to, well, the point of America and kids wanting to commit suicide, trying to commit suicide, kids trying to hurt themselves, it's not okay. But if you look at it, I'm sitting here analyzing everything. Like, I don't know everybody's personal thing, but I do know that feeling like shit feels like shit. And I do know what it's like to be suicidal. I stood in a mirror with a gun to my head when I was 16. I know what that's like. So I can put myself in the shoes of that feeling. It's like we all relate to shit on a universal level. But as a teenager, it's so easy to feel like you don't have a home or a place or a safe space. And like, they're teaching kids as early as fucking second grade now. oh, what are you? Are you come out like, oh, like my students came out to me today. He's a boy. Now, oh, and then now it turns out that 95% of my classes, and it's like, dude, do you not understand what the fuck you're talking about? Like, and this is the thing is all of us have gotten so like sensitive to say anything. And it's like, dude, no, it's okay to say shit. It's okay to voice these opinions. It's okay to share it. Because what happens is I know even on Instagram, when I started talking my shit and I just started being real as fuck with everything, you would not like, dude, if you guys knew, like, I wish I could show it, but it's like, I know people don't want to be put on blast and whatever. And it's like, for the amount of people I connect to, there's a pretty damn good ratio of people who've never said anything online. You would never guess that they felt the way, you would never guess that they agreed with me. I'll say that. You would never guess that the majority of the people on here are fucking agreeing with me. And if you're not, you're at least starting to think. And that's good. That's kind of the whole point, right? Because like I said, the more context and perspectives that we can share and have access to, the better off we are. So this is why I have to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote this down earlier in my notes. I'm just going to read it. I don't know exactly what it says right now, but it touches on some of the stuff I've already talked about, but it has to do with it. Kids killing themselves. The more we remove their identity with pronouns and making up genders and random identities, the more they do not know where they fit in or belong in society. There is nothing more lonely feeling than being surrounded by a lot of people and feeling like there's no place to fit in. Society is working to remove identity from kids in the disguise of acceptance. Be gay, be straight, be whatever, but at some point we need to choose for ourselves who we're attracted to without influence of teachers and others in positions of influence to our children.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
And that's the thing is, once you start introducing this shit, they think it's normal. And once that's normal, to not have a real solid identity and know who the fuck you are, if you don't know if you're a man, if you don't know if you're a boy or a girl, what the fuck do you know? All you gotta do is look in your fucking pants. You know what I'm saying? If you got a dick, you're a dude. If you got a fucking vagina, you're a girl. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we have to stop fucking pandering for the minority of people in this country. It's about the majority, dude. Yes, there's exceptions to everything. There's this, there's that, there's nuances, there's all of that. I fully acknowledge that. But the thing is, we have to know from the base level what it means to be a boy and a man, or to be a boy, a teenager, and a man. And we have to know what it means to be a girl, a teenager, and a woman. Now, the more that we can have conversations and be examples of what that means, the better off we are. So this is the thing, and this is where it gets really, really sticky and tricky and fucking weird, is that our kids take our example. They remember how we made them feel. It's the same thing. It's like people don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. And it's the same thing. When you get done listening to this podcast episode, you're going to remember how you felt after this. You're not going to even remember things that I said. You might remember a couple lines here and there, but overall, you're going to remember how this made you feel. Now, that's what our kids do. So if we walk around unhappy and we walk around with weight and we walk around with pressure and upset and unhappy, our kids are observing and absorbing continuously and constantly. Now, what's fucked up is you can do amazing parenting. You can be the greatest mom, the greatest dad in the fucking world, and your kids still go and feel like that. Now, that's what's fucked up and really unfair. So it's like, how do we actually hold the space for them to make it through the process of being a fucking teenager, especially in this day and age of internet and celebrity influence and all this crazy bullshit that we've got going on? Like, dude, our kids are on the internet reading shit and understanding and interpreting shit that we do not get. You can be 18 years old and have no idea what somebody's doing, looking at, talking about as at 13 years old or 11 years old. Because this day and age, you never fucking know. It's always been like that. But now with how much access to crazy shit there is, yo, like, just to be real, like, dude, I remember I was probably in like 5th grade the first time I ever saw porno. And like, I didn't have the internet to fucking type boobs. It was like, I had we fucking accidentally found a VHS tape inside of our friend's dad's drawer. And then it's like, what is this? Oh, whoa, what the heck? And we're like, oh, like, this is crazy. You know, it's like you find a porno magazine under fucking whatever, this or that. And it's like, we saw that stuff, but dude, nobody fucking knew. Like, literally me saying this right now is literally the first time saying this. So my parents never knew, my teachers never knew, my friends' parents never knew, the fucking counselors never knew, any therapists, anything never knew that. But I was living with that. So it's like, did I have some sexually charged brain from that? Maybe. I don't really know how that impacted me. But maybe that was a big thing which contributed to me feeling like a dirtbag, to me feeling like I'm not accepted, to me feeling like I'm alone. It's like I'm thinking thoughts that I only have, and it's like nobody else understands. I can't even tell anybody else. So the more people I'm around, the more I feel alone, and the more I feel fucking lost.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yo, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. What up, you guys? No commercial break this time. Farmer licking, finger freaking, fucking, ficking, chicken ducking, finger fucking Fred is on leave today. Anyway, isn't that crazy though? Like, dude, we have no idea what our kids are seeing and learning, and they're not even allowed to tell us. And this is the fucked up part is like, let's say I went and I told my fucking teacher or my dad or somebody, hey, I went and saw porno and I'm fucking like 10 years old. Like, they're going to be like, what the fuck? And they're going to trip out about that. Right? They're not really going to go jump into, oh, how does this make you feel? And da-da-da, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? It's more like, what happened? You see what I'm saying? This is where it creates an unsafe space. Now, how the fuck do we get this information out of our kids? How the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Well, I truly believe that sharing how we feel honestly with our kids is the answer. Because the more real that you can be with your kids, the more that they understand it's okay to feel like shit sometimes. It's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to go through all the ranges of emotion. Now, a lot of parents try and keep it together and live this life of not letting your kids see you cry, not letting your kids see you sad, not letting your kids see you mad. And that's where we have a problem, because if at home your parents are always happy and everybody's always happy, and you never see anybody cry or struggle, like, dude, what are they supposed to feel when they feel those things? Yeah, you sucked it up and you toughed it out, but we're in a different day and age, dude. We're in a complete different day and age. And it's like, dude, I'm so not okay with our kids wanting to hurt themselves, dude. Like, so for example, there was this thing I remember with my oldest son, Nate. It was good. He was in like junior high, and there was some shit floating around the internet. I forget. It was called like the whale challenge or something. I might be butchering this completely, and that might not even be the right name, but it was like when challenges were going around on the internet. It was this thing where it's like you cut yourself and you see who can bleed the most or some shit like that. And that was like the whale challenge. I don't get the name. I don't even understand it, right? But dude, all these kids are doing it. My son Nate saw these videos, and for the next like 3 days, he's just being weird as fuck. And I'm like, bro, like, what the hell is going on, dude? And I'm just like, I don't know. I found ways to get him to talk. Granted, I'm blessed that he's a very open kid and he kind of shares whatever, but I know there's shit he sees and experiences and have heard and learned and whatever that he can't fucking tell me because he doesn't even know how to or what. I don't know, you know? So that's where I'm just like, you know what? The most I could do is flip the script. What I'm going to do is just share when I feel like shit, when I feel like scared, when I'm scared or whatever. And I start sharing that. And then that ended up having it bring it out of him where he's like, fuck, I saw this thing and da-da-da. Because I was like, yo, Nate, I've been young. I've seen some shit I wasn't supposed to see. This is what it kind of feels like happened to me. Like, You know what I'm saying? It's cool to tell whatever. I'm not going to get, and I made it clear, it's like, whatever you tell me, I'm not going to get upset that you found out about it or you did it or whatever. Like, I just want to get to what you took from it, because the truth of the matter is that the world is out here. The world's going to show you far more shit than I can ever show you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my best to show you as many experiences and things of life that I can. But at the same time, dude, like, the world is too big. The internet's too big. The people outside is just, there's too many. There's too much. So all I could do is just be a good example and share realistically what the fuck shit is like for me and what I observe. And oh, that was scary. My fucking bucket of balls, my kid's bucket of balls just tipped over out of nowhere. It gave me chills. Anyways, the more that I can share and be open with my kids, the safer of a space it creates. Now, I remind my kids all the time, look, your mom and I are here to be good and bad examples of people and how to live life. It's up to you to determine which ones are which. Now, I think the more that we can have kids deciding and choosing things, I like this. I don't like that. This is who I am. This is not who I am. And it's like when we involve our kids in sports and all these different things and conversations and feelings and emotions and real life situations and scenarios, just the better off we are and the more advanced we all get to be and live our life. You know what I mean? Like, so the next piece of this is like, to parents, if your kids are going through that, I feel for you. I'm so sorry you have to go through this. It's not your fault. It's not your kid's fault. This is life. And unfortunately, this is a part of real life. Now, the more that we can talk about this and the more that we can raise awareness, I don't even like raise awareness. The more that we can make this real as fuck in terms of having a dope conversation that moves us forward and provides understanding for each other, let's fucking do that. So if you got kids and you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. The show exists. Message me, whatever. Like, you probably don't want to text me because my text messages are backed up like a motherfucker. DM me on Instagram. Leave a note in the fucking show notes, whatever, right? Now, I'm going to say this because a friend who's going through something like this right now shared this with me, and was that people had mentioned, oh, like, your kid just wants attention. That's fucked up and completely insensitive. Do not ever fucking say that about somebody who wants to hurt themselves or hurts themselves. Like, okay, I'm sure that there's a version of that and that exists, because everything's possible. You know, I don't know all this, but the thing is, it's way fucking deeper than attention. Like, if you have to kill yourself for attention, that means you've been neglected for years, and there's so much work and backtracking to do. Somebody wanting to hurt themselves is not for fucking attention. It's because they do not feel good. They do not feel worthy. They do not feel like they belong on this earth. They do not feel like they belong in their body. They do not feel like they belong in their family. They do not feel like they belong in their society. They do not feel like they belong in their town. They do not feel like they belong in their whatever the fuck, their clothes, their fashion, their hair, their haircut, their pimples, their fucking clear skin, their muscles, their skinniness, their fatness, all of that shit. Dude, it has nothing to do with not nothing, but it does not have to do with attention. It has to feel like I do not fucking belong and I'm not accepted and I'm not okay the way I am. Parents, remind your kids it's okay for them to be the way they are. Remind them that you love them. Tell them that often. Hug them. Love them. Show them affection. Show them love. Listen to them. You know what I mean? Don't override and invalidate their feelings or teach them a lesson. No. We need to stop trying to do that. And it's like, we need to listen better, comment less, and just feel. Especially dads. We need to just feel. And that's something a lot of us are so disconnected from, or it's been beaten out of us as kids or whatever the fuck, dude, or society, all of that shit, our training, our jobs, all that. It's been beaten the fuck out of us. We got to tap back in. We got to get more in tune. We've got to meditate. We've got to fucking consider how we feel. We've got to tap into our emotions. We've got to tap into our feelings, because that's only going to do it for our sons and daughters is if we do it. We need to lead by example. We need to take on doing these harder tasks to evolve and become better people. You know what I mean? If you're a man, show your son how to be masculine. Show him what it means to be masculine. Show him what it means to be tough. Show him what it means to get dirty. Show him what it means to fix things. Show him what it means to fucking work hard. At the same time, show him what it means to be in touch with your feelings. Show him what it means to be in touch with reality. You know what I'm saying? If you have a daughter, same thing. It's like, women, show your daughters how to be feminine. Show them how to be a woman. Show them, work towards being the ultimate woman for them so they can grow up and be a powerful, beautiful woman who's in tune with her intuition. Now, the whole intuition thing ties back to, complete side note, but very related. Right now, I'm on, like I described in the last episode, animal-based eating. I'm eating clean, which is grass-fed beefs and animal organs, well, beef or cow organs, and fruits and honey and organic sea salt, all organic, the whole thing, right? So the thing about that, why I even bring this up, is because our intuition and a woman's intuition and a man's gut instinct, or both, or whatever, however, is directly affected by the food that we eat and the shit that we put into our body. Our microbiome is our first brain. Our thinking brain is our second brain. You can go do all the research on that. I've done fucking years of studying on this, and I'm absolutely no expert. I don't know shit about it still, but I do know enough to know that. And I 100% know that my mood is affected when I eat certain shit. If you're eating corn syrups and high fructose syrup and all these different things like that, it's impossible for you to think clear, because your cells aren't clear, your gut, your microbiome isn't clear, which means your thinking isn't clear, which means your blood flow isn't clear, which means you're breathing, which means everything is not clear. Everything's diluted and cloudy when that's the case.
Damn, dude.
So we have to work to feeding our kids better. We cannot feed our kids fucking McDonald's, fast food, TV dinners, all this shit. That shit's okay sometimes. I mean, it's probably not okay sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? It's okay sometimes, but that cannot be the norm. Shit has to fucking change. We can't keep eating all the bullshit. It's like, if you like looking into seed oils and all this extra shit, it's fucking us up. And I see it directly in my thinking, my feeling, my mood, my emotions, my body. Like, dude, since I've been eating clean, my arthritis is like almost gone away at this point. My wrist is nowhere near as huge as it normally is. The pain is way less. Like, inflammation's gone down. I have not been in like shitty moods, except for when I feel the detoxing of like bread and grains and like sugars and stuff. Processed foods, anything like that. Like, legitimately, my thinking is sharper. Everything's smoother, and boom, 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 boom. We have to provide that for our kids too, man. And it's like, I don't know where we adopted this idea that, oh, kids can just eat whatever. Like, because you're skinny or fat being skinny or fat isn't healthy. It's more like, what the fuck is going on inside of you? Like, yeah, you can be a skinny kid and an in shape looking kid, but your inside's all jacked up. You're not actually healthy just because you're not fat. You know what I'm saying? I think, especially in Asian American culture, it's like they want you to fatten up almost. But the thing is like, they think of it as like, oh, you're fat, you're healthy. No, that's not what that means. Oh, you're skinny, you're not healthy. That's not what that means. It's like, more so, if you're fat, you're probably not healthy. And if you're skinny, that could go either way. It just depends what's going on inside, truly. You know what I mean? So the more that society removes our identity from our children, the farther and farther they're going to get from feeling okay and being okay and doing okay. like, dude, if you look at the rate, it was something like, I forgot what the statistic was, but it was like back in the day, before all shit got crazy, before like all this fake food started popping up, the entrepreneur rate, or like owning a business, or working for yourself, which is essentially freedom in a sense, or exercising the right of freedom, I should say, was about 80% in the United States of America. This day and age, it is 8% of people in the United States of America that actually invoke their right of freedom and do shit that they love.
Damn, dude.
That's insane. What was the decrease? What happened? Why? How did everybody just dumb down and be like, I need to go work for this, I need to go work for that? We're not meant to go fucking just work jobs. There's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with where you should do that. But what I'm saying is that shouldn't be your entire life purpose. That shouldn't be our entire life, is just to work for somebody to be like, I get to go to a baseball game next month. If that's the case, I'm sorry, but your life sucks and you need to do something about it. I say that out of love, not insult. Like, if you're helping people and you're stressing and this, that's cool. That's a good thing. I stress the fuck out all the time doing my job, working, helping people. But it's like, dude, if people's lives are saved at the end of the day, fuck yeah, I'll stress over that. Let's go. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're making a difference, if you're doing something good in this world, if you're living and loving your life, it doesn't mean it's all perfect and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's plenty of shitty times in my life. At the same time, dude, we just got to keep going. That's the thing, is my dad fortunately showed me how to be a man. You know what? You feel like that? That's cool. My mom showed me how to tap into my emotions. This is how I feel. Da 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 da. Have this conversation. XYZ. Back to work. Let's go. You know what I mean? Now, I think that that's exactly it. It's like my dad showed me the example of what it meant to be a man. And my mom showed me an example of what it means to be a woman. Now it's like, okay, now I know how to be a man and I know what to look for in a woman.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
So, dude, it starts there. That food, the conversations you have at home, and how much you're tapped into your own feelings and emotions. You know what I mean? So parents, if you're going through it, I feel for you. Trust me. I very, very much empathize. I know what it's like. I've been there myself. I've been in very similar situations. I've been around a lot of this stuff. And it's not okay, but it is okay. All at the same time, you know what I mean? It's not okay for our kids to feel this way, but it is. We can't invalidate our kids for feeling that way, because it's fully okay to want to feel like you want to kill yourself sometimes in the grand scheme of life. I'm not saying that's a forever perspective you should adopt, but shit, for at least fucking 20, 25 years of my life, I thought about killing myself at least 3 times a day. Not that I was going to, but it's like at the same time, I was shown the example. Like, my karate teacher killed himself when I was a kid. That was pretty crazy. You know what I mean? And that's not even that big of a deal. Like, other people got other shit that's 100 billion trillion times worse. You know what I mean? I have personal friends with way crazier upbringings and all of that. But that's not the point. The point is if you're blessed to have somebody who can show you what it means to be a man and somebody to show you what it means to be a woman, then you can figure all the rest out on your own. If you know what it means to be a man and you choose to go dress as a woman and front as a woman, fine. You've made an informed decision. You know what that means now. You know what I mean? But if you weren't lucky enough or blessed to have that example, I'm sorry. And it's okay, because it's not too late. We can have these conversations. We can share different perspectives, and we can do that. You know what I mean? So you guys, I hope that this provides something for you guys of value, especially parents. If you got kids, especially when they start hitting like the 8, 9, 10 years old, 11 years old, you need to not tighten up. You almost need to loosen up. And it feels so backwards and so opposite. And I don't want my kid to be a punk ass. Listen, you got to let them express themselves. Every single, stop that. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. Why are you wearing that? Turn your hat around. Every one of those makes them feel further away. I'm not saying that that's what people are doing, but just it's something to grow mindfulness and awareness of, you know? So especially as our little kids transition into preteens and teenagers, it's hard, man. It's really hard. And it's fully worth it. Just the same way you have survived everything, you've survived 100% of the things you've gone through up until this point, they have also survived 100% of the things that they have gone through up to this point. So it's okay. It's okay, you guys. I'm sure we've been in very similar situations as parents and as teenagers and kids and adults and whatever growing up. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So I really wish everybody the best. I love you guys. I'm here. If you guys need something, it's tough, man. But you know what? It's always worth it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Encourage your kids to keep going. Just keep going. And warn them. Tell them the realities of shit, dude. And I told my son that too. I was like, dude, when I was your age, I went through all sorts of shit. I went through feeling like I wanted to kill myself. I felt like I wanted to kill other people. I felt like I wanted to hurt myself, like I wanted to hurt other people, like all these things. And he's like, whoa, really? And I'm like, dude, yeah. Like, you don't, like, yeah, as you go through these ages and stages, it's okay to feel and think about those things. You're better to talk about them than to not. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to attack you. It's never wrong. It's never bad. It's okay. You can confide in me. And that's the next part, is like to actually provide that space for them. You know what I mean? So the deeper the deep convos you have with your wife or your coworkers or who are your mentor, your therapist, whatever, you got to have those conversations with your kids too, you know? So, yeah. Hope you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful evening. My apologies for this episode coming a little late. I have been everywhere today. Everywhere. Man, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but you know what? I feel good. The diet's been good. And I have hope and faith in life and God and what's good in life. It's gonna be okay, you guys. I promise. Be sure to tell a friend, to tell a best friends, cousins, uncles, best friends, all of that stuff. But really share this with some parents, because this really could potentially help save a life. Have a beautiful day, guys. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.